Welcome back. This is kind of a review. I'm just really discussing Beauty in Black by Tyler Perry. It's on Netflix. It's been on there for a little minute. I decided, you know how you have stuff on your list on Netflix and it just grows and grows. And I'm like, you know what? It's a rainy day because it's been raining where I am constantly. I'm off. Let me see what this Beauty in Black's talking about. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting what it is. It's a very bingeable show, definitely. Now, I didn't really see any trailers. I thought it was more so about the company Beauty in Black, whereas really it's about human sex trafficking. That's mainly the focus of the show. And I will say this, even though it's very, engaging as far as like watching it, it's like I said, bingeable. I believe I'm on 16 episodes, right? Because they had two parts, probably 8 episodes per part, I'm assuming. I'm on like episode 12, and it only took me like a day and a half to get there. I haven't watched any of it today because I was watching it so much yesterday all day. I said, let me go ahead and give this a break. But I will say this: it's dark. It's dark. I do feel like what you consume, not just with food, but like what you watch, can possibly affect you mentally. So, especially if you have experience with this, being trafficked, I'm having a hard time saying that word, sorry, being trafficked, um, and you haven't done the work, like the therapy work to kind of help you be able to deal with triggers. I don't know if this is a show for you, but Tyler Perry definitely did his thing. Now he's, of course, he's known for doing over the top soap operas, and that's what this is. It's definitely over the top. But it touches on some things like the main character, who, oh my God, she around episode, I'm a, I don't know, maybe like 9 or 10, she starts to get stronger because her sister is involved. Her little minor sister is involved. But anyway, I feel sorry for her because, first of all, she started off terribly with her mom kicking her out because her boyfriend was touching on her. And there's some mothers like that. They'll pick the man over the child. I mean, I've heard stories. It happens, but she literally just like kicked her out, like literally on the street at this random shopping mall where she meets her friend Rain. And Rain's, they stay in the Walmart, which realistically that's not going to happen because I used to work at Target, and one of the things we did was made sure we looked behind things and behind like where those big rolls of toilet paper and paper towels are to see if anybody's hiding. So don't try that if you are homeless and need some place to stay. But anyway, she meets this girl Rain, and she's like, well, I met this guy online. He said we can make some big money. And so it kind of goes flashback from now to then. It's basically giving you breadcrumbs of how Kimmy, the main character, got to where she is. So basically they get busted for drugs, them two and Angel, the boy who was involved. Now, and the cop that busted them ends up being their pimp and basically has them dancing at this club. There might be well, not might be, but there is prostitution involved as well. Um, but it makes me think about, and this is for any of you, I don't know, I think most of the people that usually watch me are grown, but if you happen to be a young person, be careful meeting people online. It's not even about just dating apps, social media, period. Because a lot of these girls and boys that get trafficked, it's not them walking down the street and somebody in a white van grabbing them, pulling them. It's simply them meeting somebody online. Hey, you need to come to New York. You look like you can be a model. I can get you on. I know some people. You go up there, before you know it, bam, now you're trapped in a hotel room. You know what I'm saying? doing sexual acts against your will. So please be careful meeting people online, to any young people watching this. But I felt sorry for Kimmy, because it's like she was in a desperate situation. Like, you homeless out on the street, you're a child, so you're not going to have any. You don't have your high school diploma. You don't have all. So it's like she was kind of had no other choice. But I was like, God, to go from being molested by your stepdad, your mom kicking you out on the street, to being pimped out. It's like, my God. But when she found out, homegirl, who I couldn't stand this, the Body, her nickname is Body. I call her Blue Ombre Wig. Oh my gosh, she was insufferable. Like, she played that role a little too well. Like, she was enjoying it. She was the bottom bitch. If you don't know the terminology with that, the bottom bitch is basically, even though it's called bottom, which means at the bottom, but that's mainly the girl who she's the main girl of the pimp, right? She keeps other people in line if that's what he wants, whatever. So she's just constantly on Kimmy's ass. And then if you watch Divorce in Black, which is on Netflix too, right? The mama, the one that told them to get her son out the casket, why is she playing one of the hoes? Like, I was rolling. And then there was an episode where she was like, we had to pay our debts or whatever. And I'm like, girl, how long? She looked like she a smooth, and please forgive me, the actress that plays this role. I'm just saying, she looks like she's a smooth 50-something. So it's like, damn, you've been stuck in this life for that long? Like, damn. So they're constantly on her ass. But what I love about the show is you get so much, I don't want to say material, but there's just, each character has something going on and you want to know more. Like, you have the two sons. They're both, well, the gay one actually, to me, is not that problematic. He's just loose with his booty, and he's pretty much just like, what's the word? What's the word when you sleep around? Promiscuous. He's just promiscuous, but I mean, he's not forcing anybody. He's grown, so you know what I'm saying? But his brother he's a cokehead. He's abusive. He's so to Kimmy. Like, what do you get out of? I don't know if he feels because his family treats him like shit, that he can treat the girls, the women that he's paying for sex, like shit, or not even paying them, but paying Jules, which we're gonna get to Jules in a minute. He's something else. It's like, dude, what? He was insufferable too. There's a few characters on the show that I don't like, but it's kind of like you hate to, what's the term? You love to hate them because they're characters, right? So he's one that's like, Another one that's like, is his wife, who is, when the show first comes on, I'm thinking like, oh, she's sweet, she's nice, she's giving out scholarships and grants, and she's running this hair company and all this. As soon as she get in her car, she's like, that crackhead, she gonna do this. She was talking so crazy to this lady that won her $1 million scholarship or whatever. So we see she ain't about nothing. This whole family, they're like filthy rich, right? But none of them are good people at all. They're all unhappy. The only time I see the wife smile is when she's being fake for some fans, or she's doing an interview, or being on TV or something. So Rain, as of right now, like I said, I haven't seen all the episodes. I'm on like episode 12, like I said before. So Rain been spending most of this time in the hospital because she got some back alley butt injections, and that's another thing that's art imitating life, because there have been people that go into hotel rooms and get their butt pumped with Fix-A-Flat, vegetable oil, like stuff that is, when you get this stuff in your body, it's traveling. You have arteries. You have things, it's not supposed to go in your body anyway. So she damn near died. So she's spending most of the season in hospital rooms. Jules, he's the pimp. I also consider him to be the muscle. They finally tried to show like the human side of him here in the recent episodes where they show his wife and kid. But he's mainly at dealing with this crazy family and doing things for them. The guy who plays Jules, I know him more from the Temptations biopic. He played Otis. And he's been in a few Tyler Perry shows. I think he was on, I forgot what the show was, but anyway, he was on that. I know that's not enough to narrow it down. He was on the show. But he's a good actor though. So he's playing the hell out of this Jules role. I'm trying to cover everyone that I can think of. The son that's gay, he's sleeping with the family attorney. And the family attorney, he claims he's not in the closet, but he's like, I can see where he's coming from, because he's like, look, the way your pops is, or your uncle, or whoever he was referring to, they're not trying to deal with me if they know I'm gay. I get where he's coming from, because it's like, look, you have to play, you kind of have to deal with the cards you're dealt, right? And it's like, if I have to keep this on a hush hush right now, that's what I got to do, because he's a pretty good attorney for the family. I actually like his role. He's a pretty good dude. Now, I think he's stupid for running after that man that be screwing all them dudes. This is a scene that had me, I was like, are you for real? I think I screamed at my TV. I hate to keep calling him the gay dude. What is his name? I forgot his name. Charles. He comes over to Charles' house trying to talk to him. Charles like, well, I got something in the room, so I mean, if you want to stay out here. So he go in there screwing dude all loud. When they get done, he walking him out to his car or whatever. And attorney dude is just sitting there sat there the whole time like, ain't that much love in the world where I'm gonna sit on the couch where I can hear you screwing somebody else and I call myself having feelings for you. Like, what is going on for real? So Kimmy, after she finds out that body, and I knew it because she was like, yeah, I have a 16-year-old coming. Yeah, you gonna like her. When she was doing all that, I was like, I bet you it's Kimmy's little sister. Lo and behold, it was. Now, Angel, who plays a really crucial part in this show, because he's been on Kimmy's side, and they've been running together. They've been, pretty much they've been each other's backbone, right? So he runs across her little sister at the club, and he takes her, puts her in a closet, like, look, just stay here, whatever, And at this point, Kimmy doesn't know where she is. So it's good. Like I said, it's real bingeable. It made me feel like when Ruthless came out on BET Plus, I was going through that like crazy. Now the difference is BET Plus was releasing, it released like 2 or 3 episodes at once, and then every Thursday we release another one. I personally, because I'm a millennial, I grew up where you had to wait every week for a new episode. I don't know if I could say I prefer that, but I'm used to it. And it gives you something to look forward to for the next week. Like, man, I can't wait till next week's episode. Whereas the binging, I feel like the binging can take away like a whole weekend, and you're supposed to be doing other stuff. Like I said, I watched Beauty in Black yesterday, I think it was, from a smooth like 9 in the morning to like 5 o'clock at 4 o'clock, something like that in the evening. I said, man, I need to chill. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Tyler Perry did his thing in this. I can't wait to watch. I think I have 4 episodes left. If I'm not mistaken, they have some more coming soon. But yeah, I'm late on Beauty in Black, and I've heard some stuff about it, but luckily not enough to spoil it for me. So let me know if you've watched Beauty in Black. on Netflix. What do you think about it? I love it. Like I said, it's dark though. You might not want to sit there and binge it because the subject matter is depressing, but the storyline is great. I like the fleshing out of each character, right? I know I missed a few characters, but I was just pretty much going off the dome of what I could think of at the time. But let me know, y'all. Shout out to I think it's 143 subscribers. Shout out to the rest of you as well who are not subscribed, but you can by hitting that button for me. Trying to make it to 1,000 by the end of this year. That way I can start going live and talking to you in real time. Peace and blessings to every one of you watching. Until next time.